We rolling deep with the Jets on the rise. A team full of dreams under these bright skies. The world is our stage, we ain't gonna hide. Green and white till we die. Jets worldwide, wide, wide. Johnny Boy and Snowball in the zone. Yeah, we're family here, never alone. Jets worldwide, this is where we shine. A true dedication, victory's our sign. Green and white forever, we in our prime. You know we gon' ride, just give us some time. 2025, hear the crowd going wild. You know we spitting truth, nothing but style. A city that never sleeps, we going buck wild. Our hearts beat as one. Jets worldwide, wide, wide. Victory's a feeling, we won't let go.
Yes,
Happy Friday.
Sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Happy Friday, Johnny.
Snowball.
I have, before we get started, first of all, right away, hit the like button, everyone. All right. If you're in the chat, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. And I have beef with the state of New York. All right. I've been driving a lot lately, and I've been trying to take the major roadways in New York to get home from work. I've been taking side roads my whole life, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe the expressway is the fast way, because it's the expressway, right? The Long Island Expressway. Well, forget it. It's horrible. There are more people on Long Island than I have ever seen in my entire life. The traffic is horrendous. I got home early today. I actually left school early, got home. My wife was like, can we have like a date night? It's like an early bird special, whatever. So I get out of work. I come home early. My wife and I, we go out to eat. It's not even like, it's a little road in Long Island where I live. And to go just up a road that should take 5 minutes, 25 minutes to go 5 minutes. It's 20 minutes longer, and it's a nothing road. So like, I as soon as I get the opportunity to move out of here, I am moving out of here. Like, I'm gone. I'm leaving, and it's horrendous. So yeah, that's my beef.
Snowball, how do you think I felt when I was there during SummerSlam, and I stayed in the Jersey side, and I had no idea that there is constant tolls for everything.
Yeah.
All right. So I have an easy pass, and my wife and I, we get the alerts when it needs to reload again, and everything is tied to a car or whatever. 30 times it reloaded.
Yeah.
30 times. And I was like, what? How is this possible? Like, it's insane to me. I was like, something that should take me 10 minutes to get to would take me about an hour almost. It made no sense whatsoever. So
all of you people who live out of state, out of New York, I don't know what the traffic is like where you live, but New York and New Jersey, Connecticut, god awful.
It's not bad out here. It's not bad out here. The only thing that my only gripe would probably be that it's not the people that are from Virginia. It's the individuals, because this is a military, it's a military area where I'm at, right? And you get them from everywhere. So they're not used to it. Like, you'll get people sometimes that come out here from Nevada, and they're like, why are your guys' signs so slow and all that? Because they're used to driving like 80 plus, which makes no sense to me. But you know what? It is Friday.
Yes, it is.
We got paid, but like I say it every single Friday, we got bills to pay, man. And the only time that we have to kind of get things off of our chest is Friday night, and we come here and we talk and discuss a little bit about this.
Yeah. I can't say it's been an easy week dealing with the aftermath of last week. So close, Johnny, so close. We'll talk. That was a game that we just let go. That
Right.
was not a game where the Pittsburgh Steelers beat the New York Jets. They did not. We beat ourselves, and there were many things that transpired during the course of that game that were within our control. And the things that, listen, my love, Aaron Glenn, he has preached. He is one of us. He said we're going to get rid of the mistakes, and there were still mistakes. So, we'll see what happens this week. But you want to talk a little bit about the Jets Steelers game? I hate the fact that Aaron Rodgers beat us.
I know.
That's number one. Number
I know.
one. That guy sucks. I hate him, and his arrogant comments after he wins the game drove me absolutely bonkers. And then I listened to Pittsburgh radio, and they were interviewing him on Pittsburgh radio the day after.
Yeah.
And dig after dig after dig after dig about the Jets organization.
Well, he went after Garrett Wilson, right? He didn't say Garrett Wilson,
right?
But you go right ahead and you see that he is pretty much saying, there was no wide receivers over here with the Jets that did any of the stuff to be a professional like a DK Metcalf, like a Devontae Adams, like a Jordy Nelson. All these guys that he's saying there because he wanted everybody to be up his ass is what it turns out to be.
Well, now he's got a new guy up his ass, so and he's praising the guys who come sit next to him and talk to him, and they treat him, and they're all professionals and blah, blah. F him, honestly. Good riddance. Bye. See you later. We'll whatever.
Agreed. 100%. So
yeah.
I tell you this much. It was a really good game. I don't think a lot of individuals were expecting this. I've been saying it essentially right all off season, even right prior to coming to this game itself. Afram has been another individual that's been on the same board with me. It's that it was a giant unknown. There was such a uncertainty of what type of team we're going to put on paper, not on paper, but on the screen itself, on the actual field.
Yeah.
And it was completely different, but you just felt it. And it was exciting. Should we have won? Of course, I want to win and everything, right. But are there a lot more positive things that came out of this? Yes. Are there things that need to be fixed? Yes. Rome was not built right the next day or whatever that saying is.
In a day, yes.
It was not correct. So give big shout out to Yeti, Bill M, Vinny C's in the building, Mr. Afram, et cetera, et cetera. But I do have to say that for me, right, one of the first things that I wanted to see going into this game was seeing Aaron Glenn on the sideline as a head coach. I know we always talk and break balls or whatever, right? But it was awesome to see somebody that is one of us, right? A guy that gets it, a guy that's gone on different, news networks and said, hey, yes, I went ahead and I was the coach for this team, but always in back of my mind, right, was the New York Jets. And he said, I always knew that I was going to go ahead and come back and be that. I would like to say one thing that he said. And he said this, I think it was Rich Siamini. So shout out to Rich Siamini. He asked him a question. He said, what to you would define a successful season? He looked down, right, got some air, and he said, I want to be a team that the fan base could look up and be proud of this team. And if they say that, I'll be happy with that because I know then the wins will come. Him saying that right there to me, I was like, shit, this guy gets it. He knows the pain. He understands it. We've come such a long way from having the taglines or having the oh, we'll see. I got to go watch the tape, right? Or hey, that's a JD question, or whatever. It was really awesome to be able to see that, but we got to win. And you have an opportunity this upcoming Sunday to be able and shock everybody because nobody's expecting the Jets to win, right? Everybody's riding right now Josh Allen and what he did against the Ravens,
Mm-hmm.
and what are we gonna do? I mean, I know we're gonna talk a little bit about the Bills game in a few, right?
Yeah.
And all that, and we're sticking to this game itself. But I loved what I saw from our New York Jets. Your thoughts, Snowball?
Yeah. No. Okay. So rumor has it that underneath Aaron Glenn's zip up, he was actually wearing a Jets Worldwide shirt available at jetsworldwide.printify.me. The Aaron Glenn One of Us shirts. He was wearing it underneath. So if you want, you can go to, don't do it now, but after the show, go to jetsworldwide.printify.me and look up the Aaron Glenn One of Us t-shirt. It's amazing. You should go buy one. But on the point of what we saw on last Sunday against the Steelers, it's a brand new brand of football for us. It's something that people have not seen before. It's an aggressive team. It's a team that looks cohesive. We actually look like professionals.
Mm-hmm.
We look like a well-coached team. And like you said, Aaron Glenn was acting like a head coach, right? He was. You saw him screaming at the line. You saw him taking people, aside as they were coming off the field and talking to them. And that's something that we haven't seen in quite a while. So very reassuring to see that from Aaron Glenn. Offensively, I think we're in the right spot. I think Tanner Engstrand has a good handle on this team. I think he has taken the players who we have on the roster and tailored a lot of plays to the strengths of these players. So kudos to him. We were like 32 points of offense, which we have not seen quite often in the past 15 years. So I think we've seen that 11 times, if I'm not mistaken, more than I thought. But to score 32 points against the defense like the Steelers, I'm pretty impressed. Breece Hall looks like the Breece Hall of old.
Agreed.
He's back. Was a little disappointed in Braylon Allen. Didn't get that, I would have liked to seen a little bit more from Braylon Allen. But it was the Breece Hall show. What are you going to say? You look like you're going to say something.
I was not mad at it. I want them to continue to keep rocking the hot hand.
Yeah.
Whoever it is, if it is Breece or if it is Braylon, and it was Breece at that moment, and keep it going. I for one am excited to continue to keep seeing the type of play calling that Tanner is doing. So I do have to say, I was really hard on Breece. I was, because it was very tough for me to be able to say and look at what the team was in total and be like, man, what players out there that would potentially give us something back in return and we could keep building for the future. That's where my mind was going. I love Breece. I still love Breece. I mean, Breece will always, to this family, be a favorite Jet of all time, because he's on my daughter's jersey. You were there, right? And that right there for her, she's gonna always have that. So of course I want to see this guy be successful. It's just from what I was seeing, right? And it's the truth. We just had bad coaching, man. It was bad. It was bad. They did not use the strength of what he was, but he has to keep doing it. It can't just be one time and that's it. And then we got to be all, put all the chips in, and then we're bought in completely.
Yeah. When they interview Breece Hall, they should not interview him.
Correct.
I don't like his interviews Just let him run, because when he gets up there, he's like AI Brees Hall. You know, it's just stoic. He doesn't emote. He just and that's it. He's done. So yeah, don't interview him. Just let him run. We have an offensive line.
Can I ask one more thing from you?
Yeah,
really
what?
quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Can I please see how Brees interviews again?
Oh, that's it. All right,
Dude, I'm
ran the
back
ball.
here busting out laughing just seeing that right now.
We ran the ball. Yeah, the offense did well, right? Okay, yeah, we just have to do our job. Monotone, anything, but whatever. We have an offensive line. I would still hold off on Brees and Braylon. Just okay. Yeti, we all have our opinions. Run with it. I don't know. What am I going to tell you? But the offensive line, we were all worried about. Everyone was ready to run when ABT went down. Guess who stepped in? And guess who was very effective? Joe Tippmann can play right guard. He can play. Amazing. So we have the replacement. Line seems very solid. You had a rookie going up against TJ Watt and handled him like a man.
Mm-hmm.
This was a kid coming out of college and showed that guy who's, basically stole his lunch most of the day. So very proud of Membu. Amazing. Membu, Olo, Tippmann, Myers. Yeah. I mean, can we make like a word out of it?
But what about Simpson?
Mommy T. Yeah, I know. Simpson, where is he?
Yeah, you forgot about him, man.
Billy, you got to put Simpson in. Although he did have like that. He did stand up for his quarterback. He did take a penalty, but he stood up for his quarterback. That's something that I wanted to talk about.
Yes, perfect. Because that's right? Me too. Yeah,
good. The whole offensive line should have been all over that piece of crap. They should have all surrounded him and been like, poking him in the chest and penalize the whole damn offensive line. When someone cheap shots your quarterback, the whole team should run over, not just one guy. So bravo, John Simpson, but you should have had some backup.
But it wasn't only him too. You saw Garrett. Oh, there too. Garrett was there, man, backing up his guy. Gives a quick shout out to some of the people on the chat itself. What's going on, Hep? Shout out to Clancy's up in the building. We see Chris B is inside here as well. Hey, this is a little bit of a shout out right back to Yeti. Hey, Clancy's saying Brees is gonna get a lot more volume in general and catch passes too. Yeti, you saying you're gonna lose in fantasy, man? Hey, maybe them two guys something going on right now, and that's the reasoning. But again, you're completely right. I was so hyped that when I saw Simpson do that, I got out of my damn couch. My wife, she goes, "Fuck yeah, that's how you defend your quarterback." And I looked at her and said, "That's why I married you," right then and there. Because it's the truth, man. Be able to see that, just how just close these guys are together and do that. And I need to go ahead and big shout out to our guy, friend of the show, Coach Lamont Burns, who his first game is tomorrow that he's coaching. So best of luck to you, Coach. Over here at Jets Worldwide, from myself, Snowball, and Johnny Boy, we are hoping you the best of luck and you kick the living crap out of the team that you're playing tomorrow. But he said to us, he was going and stating, Tippmann is going to be a huge blessing in disguise. In other words, he said it, right? I'm just making it a little bit more shorter. But he said to have two centers, essentially, right, on your line itself is going to be able to help. Myers could potentially have the left side and say, this is what's going on. And then to the right, you have Tippmann who's saying, hey, we're seeing this, we're seeing that. When I was looking at the game again itself, you could see Tippmann is constantly talking to Membu and is saying things to him. And I'm like, oh shit, this is the stuff that Lamont was telling to us that maybe, right, he couldn't hear because he's so far on the right side itself or whatever. and you're going to see it. I mean, look, Memba was a dog, man. He pancaked TJ Watt, and I'm all for it. I want us to be nasty, you know. I know Nick, and shout out to Nick Shine, right? Nick was always saying one of his gripes with AVT was that he just wasn't nasty, right? He just didn't have that like aggressiveness that we wanted to see on an offensive player, on the offensive line player
Right.
and whatnot. And then now seeing the difference from Titman and AVT, I understand what he's saying. And I'm like, shit, he is right. He's right. And you know who's benefiting from all of this?
Who?
It's Justin Fields, man. And Hep, I have to say that Hep has been one of the guys that has been going on to a lot of shows, and he's been pounding the table and saying that he really believes that the GoPro is benefiting Fields at the current moment, which it is.
Yeah, the GoPro has been working. I think, you know, the ability to kind of review tape, Georgie, enabling him to review tape and seeing the field, right, has helped him out. But I think also it's just the play calling from Engstrand, really, that's like, in a way, it's kind of simplifying stuff, right? He's simplifying things to kind of give him a quick look, an outlet, and then you can go. So, and if you watch the game against the Steelers, that's kind of the way it went, right? He had his hot, his dump off, and then he could go or not if he wanted to. Love the run, the RPO. Love that. I think we missed a couple of opportunities with that. That last play to Garrett, right? Like he could have taken off. It was going to be close. It was going to be this close. It was going to be this close.
I say this, right, to that play itself. I'm glad that he threw the ball because there was 3 defenders that were closing quickly.
Yeah.
And if he would have ran it into the middle and the time was already running down, would have that wasted a lot more time, right? Like, and
you don't know.
Then are you putting yourself in danger to take another hit? And then in comes, and we're talking about what we have to do with Tyrod now. And they're like, those are the things that went through my mind.
And they're valid points, right? Those are valid points that you could think that, you know, he might have gotten injured. There were 3 guys, you know, in the middle of the field waiting for him. It was a this or that, right? It was a this or that. Am I glad? Listen, the pass was good. Just, you know, not Garrett just didn't put his hands on the ball. So, and he took a hit. So what are you going to do? So offensive line is back. Brees is back, right? Garrett Wilson. What do you think?
Hey, keep giving the man that ball. But you know what? Afram is saying it right here. If you're a star receiver, you're open, you throw it. And he is. And man, that connection between him and Fields was magical. First and foremost, I want to give a giant shout out to everybody that said Fields can't throw the ball. So big shout out to you guys, right? Like, I hope you guys keep that energy in regards to Fields and all that, because of, you know, what he did in Chicago and what he did in Pittsburgh and everything was supposedly a way that this individual was supposed to be. Because I could tell you right now, there's a shitload of Chicago fans that wish, right, that they have Justin Fields back and everything. So just saying that. Now he needs to keep going and keep improving every single week, in and out, you know, get W's and all that. But look, I got to tell you, I love what I saw from Fields.
Yeah.
You know, so
he is on the uptick from Chicago to Pittsburgh to here. It's just been improvement over improvement. So, you know, we can't, again, a 1-game synopsis, right? A 1-game, basically a test. That's another thing that we're going to talk about is it sustainable? You know what I say? Do you think that Fields' play is sustainable? For me, if you do it once, you can do it again. And that's just the way I feel, right? If you're capable, you're capable. No matter what it is. Steelers defense was supposed to be a really good defense, and he was very successful against the Steelers defense. Is the Bills defense the Steelers defense? That's something that we'll get into later.
Yep.
But for me, I think he can continue to do what he's doing. Are there going to be tendencies? Are people have one game of tape on him now? So that's not enough, because I don't think people can key on in anything substantial right now because it's a new system. But I think he can continue to do what he's doing. You have an opinion on that?
So we're talking right now about improving, right?
I'm talking about what he's been doing so far. Can he keep doing what he did last week?
I think so. I mean, for me, for what I saw, right, and in Justin Fields, is he was stepping up in the pocket. Okay, he was going through his progressions. Where, what was the talk about this guy? He couldn't go through his progressions.
Right.
One of my favorite things that I like to see is essentially when you see the player essentially mess up. At that current moment, are you able, right, to see that you fucked up? And he saw it in real time. There was one play, right? There was a play where it was pretty much like he had the ball inside of Brees's gut, and if he would have pulled it off because the edge was coming in and it was going towards Brees, it was a touchdown again on the right side itself. And he saw it. As soon as he saw that guy, that he just gave it his all, he should have pulled it and ran it. And he was jumping and he was pissed off. And I was like, holy shit, he's seeing the defense in real time and he's adjusting to it. And and guess what later on he did? Mm-hmm. Same fucking play. And then he fucking just goes down the fucking thing. And then he does this later on within the game itself.
Right.
Like that to me, I was like, holy shit. Like he's understanding it. He's noticing to where everybody was giving him crap and saying, he can't read a defense. He can't do this. He can't do that. Yep. Right? How about that bomb? So to answer your question, Snowball.
Yeah.
I believe he can, because I believe he was always a throw the ball first guy, then run. So Ephraim, I'm sorry. I know I'm really, really amped up because it's one of those where Ephraim knows it. We were constantly getting crap from other people that were just crapping on Justin Fields. Yeah, Armand, I'm talking about you, Armand, okay? I know you're watching the show and everything. So love. Some of the throws that he did that with the zip to Taylor, the zip throw to Ruckert.
Yeah, Reynolds threading the needle. It's accuracy.
We're like, holy shit, right? My wife was like, don't throw it there. Oh my God. Did he just throw that and got it there?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's that man. He's a bad man. So again, yes, to your question. Yes.
It's repeatable.
I think so. Last week, right? And everybody that's watching the show, Jets Worldwide, we want to say thank you guys so much for coming on. Please go right ahead and smash the like, hit the sub. We're just a couple guys on here with our hats backwards today, repping the JETS, Jets. But we had a flight plan last week, and one of my top fives was it was about Justin Fields, right? And it was literally talking about making the high percentage passes, and he did that. He did that. And shout out to Tanner, man. Like that dude itself I was like, damn, that was the big question mark, right? What is Tanner? And then I was looking forward to seeing what Ben Johnson was going to do with Chicago that Monday night.
Right.
So who really was the mastermind behind it all?
True.
So this season we're going to be able to go ahead and see that too as well.
Right. Listen, I just want to recap the Jets' offensive stats from last week. I'm a mad Bears fan. All right. T3P podcast, hit the sub.
Yeah,
Come back.
Appreciate you coming in here.
Being here, right? We had 394 yards of offense. 394 yards of offense. Justin Fields threw for 218 yards. We had 182 yards of rushing. 2 TDs by Fields, right? Explosive plays, 11 explosive plays. I think that was Tanner Engstrand's goal to have 8+ per game. We had 11. So listen, we didn't do too bad for the first week. Nerves are high. Week 1, everyone wants to perform. You're at home. It's opening day. Everyone's a little nervous. Fields, obviously, the pressure was on for Fields, and the whole coaching staff, basically. The fans were nervous. Everything was, nerves were high. We're going against Rodgers, and we performed. And I'm very happy with that. Again, I'm mad that we lost. Happy with what I saw. Pleased with what I saw. But if we could shift gears now, and a loss, right? Yeah. Thanks, Jaden. But the thing is that I think we should shift gears now and look towards Buffalo, if you want.
Agreed. Yeah,
All
yeah.
right?
Well, before we go in there,
yeah,
let's talk a little bit about just really quickly, because this individual's not there. Gibson's gone.
Right. Yes.
Gibson's gone. Finally.
Thank God.
There was a question that was asked by, big shout out to Dano. He said, "Do you guys miss Keith Carter?" And I wanted to ask you, do you miss Keith Carter?
Yeah, with all my heart, I miss Keith Carter. How can you miss Keith Carter? That's not even a question. It's not even a question, Dano. Keith Carter is a piece of crap, and he's gone, and thank goodness he's out of here. So, no, I do not miss Keith Carter. Johnny Boy, do you miss Keith Carter?
No, because I love Steve. Steve Hayden, whatever you pronounce his last name. Right? Everybody was giving you shit for saying that you were a tight ends coach or whatever you did over there in Detroit, and you didn't know what you were going to do and everything. And guess what you did? You lost a giant piece in AVT that was supposed to be a building block for this line for years to come itself. And you said, what? Now we're good. We got Myers in center. I'm going to shift on over to Tittman, and you see that we're still going to dominate.
Yeah.
And so, said and done. We dominated.
Bless the line with health. All right. That's it. No more injuries, please. Just keep it the way it is. All right. Yeah, definitely. Right. Cross yourself on that one.
Everybody, if everybody watching the stream right now, guys, let's just take a quick moment of silence and let's pray that the offensive line does not get injured for the rest of the year itself, because we have somebody that's on his show that stated a hot take that they know I'm talking about you, that the offensive linemen will not get injured for the rest of the year at all. So with that being said, please, Lord, baby Jesus, with your beautiful blue eyes, long hair, make sure that you go ahead and not have this.
Keep everyone healthy, please.
Keep everybody healthy, so.
Yeah. So with actually that could kind of lead us into this week, right? So with Gibson gone, right? And he was fielding the kicks. We have had our share of injuries to last us the next 3 years. John, that's an understatement. That like 3 years is not enough. Yeah, let us pray.
Amen.
So, amen. With Gibson gone, right? Now we need someone else to bring the ball back on kicks. So
you know who I want.
Oh, and I think we're going to get who you want, right? I think Mr. Smith is going to be in the back, and he's going to wait for the kicks. So your opinion? I mean, we don't have Ken A because he's out this week. So who do you have left? I mean, you could use Isaiah Davis. He's done it before. You have Arian Smith, and what?
Well, wasn't Cisco taking? Because if I'm not mistaken, we saw Cisco taking some of the
at practice.
Right?
Yeah.
So Cisco's there. Do I want him to do that? No, I don't.
No.
Pritchard, bring him up. I mean, keep going with the young guys and see what you got. You're making this as a youth movement. So
Right.
why not? Why not keep going with the youth guys and continue to keep doing that? So
I'm voting for I'm voting for Arian Smith.
I thought Arian Smith on when he went ahead and he returned that one ball and he was going on the right side. I wish the blocker would have kicked in a little bit more, right? Blocked him because he had that little wedge on the right side and he was gone. There was nobody there. Shout out to Banjo because it's not being talked as much as it should be. On special teams, the blocking that they were doing was really good. So I
just have to hold on to the ball, basically.
Well, that individual's gone, so
that's true. But he's in the same stadium. Right, isn't he?
Yeah, good luck. Have fun with that. Hey, Victor Cruz 2.0. Could you imagine?
Oh, please no.
Could you imagine?
I wish the best for the guy.
I do too.
All right, so let him go. This week we go up against the Bills, and the Bills are they're a pretty good team, in my opinion. They're pretty good.
Wow, wave.
The thing is that going up against the Bills. Well, first off, I'm just going to say this is going to be an amazing game on Sunday.
Agreed.
I do not think that it's going to be. I've heard a lot of people, pontificate about the game and the outcome. A lot of negative Nellies in the crowd, and they don't believe that the Jets have quite the advantage. I, on the other hand, and I said I wasn't going to get him, but I got him. I got these green glasses back.
They're the best ones, baby.
I know. And I said I wasn't going to do it, but now I'm starting to get them. Like the tint is here, like a little green tint. And I don't know. I just believe that the Jets are they have a chance. I think they have a better chance than we thought. And because of Ed Oliver not being in the game this week because he's out, I think we stand an even better chance because Aaron Glenn's preaching of us being a run-first offense. Ed Oliver leaves a big hole in the middle of the field for our boys Brees and Braylon, the killer bees, to run through. So I'm just saying, I think we have a fighter's chance this week, maybe more than a fighter's chance.
And Jaden agrees with you.
I think he agrees with you.
He's agreeing because I'm on the same boat, and I'm going to bring this question up, Snowball, because I highlighted and I want to answer Hep's question itself. So
yeah,
and then we'll go next to Bill M's question as well too, because it's about the game coming up.
Sure.
So Hep says, who's spying Josh Allen?
I'm going to tell you, but you can tell me first.
I would probably go ahead and say Quincy. It has to be Quincy, right? I mean,
yes.
the mic is Sherwood. Sherwood's going to pretty much be seeing everything.
Mm-hmm.
I just hope that they figure out and truly get the communication piece of it down. There's a lot of communication issues in regards of what was going on, right? So it needs to be fixed. And a lot of that is, so if you remember, Snowball, I asked who had the most pressure on going into this season.
Yeah.
Was it going to be Wilkes or was it going to be Tanner? A lot of people were saying, Tanner. I believed it was Wilkes for the simple fact that he's been there, done it at the head coaching level itself as well. If his defense has a bad game, right, how are they going to come back on the next game after that? But even on the game that they had that it was bad, how are they going to fix that going to this new one? So for me, Josh Allen, if anybody's going to say that he does not worry you, you haven't been watching the damn NFL. I'll tell you that much. I think this team needs to truly be disciplined in the sense of, your DBs staying with the person that they're guarding or whatever, right? And be able to go ahead and make sure, because what I worry about is him getting out of the pocket, still trying to create something, and then he just throws a bomb because our corner shit. Oh shit, he's starting to run, and then his guy is just over there and he's wide open, right? And he just does some real quick shit and it's like 40 yards, and we're like, what happened? Because he did it against the Ravens.
Yeah,
If I'm being 100% honest with you, he really did.
So what I'd like to see this week is Sherwood to handle the Mike position, right? Run that defense. Have Quincy spy Allen, but I'd like to see three linebackers back there. So bring in McCrary Ball and have him in there, and utilize him as a second basic like linebacker to cover like people like Dalton Kincaid, who Josh Allen loves, right? So, having three linebackers back there, I anticipate seeing a three linebacker set with this defense, just to defend against Allen, and also I would like to see, and a lot of people are saying just divide the field in half and have Stevens and Sauce just like share the responsibility. But I'm not in favor of that. I really don't think that that's going to be something that is going to favor our defense. I really think that who's the number one receiver for the Bills? What's his name?
They don't have one. It's between
But they do.
Shakir
they do.
and Coleman.
Keon Coleman is like the hot hand, right, at receiver for Josh Allen. You know what? Just eliminate him. Just put Sauce on him, take him away, and let the rest of the defense handle the other receivers, because they are kind of like, ShopRite brand, receive. I'm not saying that they're ShopRite brand, but they're not as effective. I think Keon Coleman is like the main dude. So like, I would like to see Sauce just eliminate him and the rest of the defense take care of the rest. I don't know. What say you?
I worry more about, and you said it a little bit already, is the tight ends, if I'm going to be honest with you, because with Kincaid, and if I'm not mistaken, is Knox back already?
I don't know. Dawson?
Dawson Knox.
Dawson.
But, I mean, would you say that I think that's kind of been our, Achilles heel?
Oh, yeah.
So what I did there right there?
I have seen that. I heard you.
Yeah. It's the tight ends. So neutralize that, and Michael Carter has to have a better game. Michael Carter did not have a good game last week. And again, the defense as a whole, the front line was amazing. They were great, and you got to continue to keep believing that your front line is going to get pressure and is going to continue being disruptive there, and nothing's going to come up the middle itself. Stop that running offense that they have over there. And
I think we have that. I think Harrison Phillips was our cure.
I agree. Definitely agree with you on that. But for me, it's going to be the tight ends. I think they need to neutralize the tight ends itself, because I think Stevens has the ability to be really good, if I'm being honest with you.
He had a rough week. And
dude, get some damn cleats, man. Like, that dude was slipping constantly, and dude, like, turn your head, man.
Don't the rest of the players, like, is there like an equipment check before the game starts? And like, oh, what kind of cleats are you wearing? Well, I'm going to wear these cleats, I wear these cleats. Was he like just listening to his headphones and like getting dressed? And like all these guys are putting like that extra little bit of cleat on.
Hey, Paganardi, welcome.
Thanks, Arte.
Greg Rollo, thank you for coming in. We have no idea. And Jaden, you're completely right. I agree. But no, I think so. I'm not 100%. Dude, I don't know, man. That dude was slipping. So I don't know. Look, myself and Brent, he's another guy that does some content. Guys, go check him out. Right? We do not trust a individual that has a bad edge up or haircut. Okay, and that was my whole reasoning with this dude. So no, but if I'm being 100% honest with you, man,
Yeah.
I really think that Stevens can be good. Look, if he messes up again, and this dude's getting paid a lot of money, something needs to be done, right? If Aaron Glenn is going to be able to say something to the sense of I'm going to keep people accountable, then that's another player that he's going to have to say something to. Or if anything, if I'm being honest with you, when it comes to the DBs, I do trust Aaron Glenn and what he's going to do with them. So I really think that Stevens is going to have a way bigger game. Look, he could have had an interception for us.
Yeah.
Okay, so he just slipped.
How long? I mean, we're paying him a lot of money, but how long is his leash? You know, we're paying him a good paycheck, and for us to, I don't want to sacrifice wins for a paycheck. So
agreed.
Regardless of what the guy's getting paid, if AZ Thomas is going to give you a better shot than Stevens, then bring him up. If you're going to shuffle people around, right? They said that Stevens can play safety. Push him back and bring somebody else in.
I mean, Tony Adams had a bad game, right?
Tony Adams had a bad game too. So like the leash should not. We can't go in. You can't go in and fire all these people. Like you just can't get rid of these people. But you got to keep them on. But it's coaching. And if you listen to the presser with Steve Wilkes in regards to the communication between the back end of the defense. I don't know which beat reporter asked him, but they said, "What are you doing about the communication in the backfield?" And he looked at the reporter. He just goes, "It's being taken care of." We're addressing that immediately. It's already underway. Like, don't worry, we have it covered. So I'm going to trust Steve Wilkes. I'm going to trust that he was able to correct the problems that we had last week. And against the Bills, again, the passing attack of the Bills. Is it the greatest? It's good.
I think it's Josh Allen. That's good. Okay. Like that's my whole take on them.
Yeah.
Like I really think that I hate to say this, Josh Allen's good, man. But you know what? I hope we beat the living crap out of him. And look, and what what Greg just said is what I want to see. Is I do want to see Josh Allen frustrated, dropping the ball and not knowing what to do. But I worry about if we're gonna just blitz him.
Mm-hmm.
My take is let the front line cause the havoc and be able to go ahead and get there. So
Aaron Glenn stated in his press conference that it's a battle of wills. And could that be a precursor to Will McDonald, the Battle of Wills? Can Will McDonald repeat and get in another 2 sacks on Josh Allen? That would be phenomenal for him to. I mean, JJ has his number, Josh Allen's number. I mean, he has been a pain in the ass to him since the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
But now we have Will McDonald. So those 2 guys can cause a lot of havoc. And if Phillips can occupy the middle and give Quinnen a chance to get in there, let's just move him around, because in the past, right, we've beaten this guy with that Wilson kid, but it was the havoc that we caused in the backfield that knocked him around, made him move. If he's not able to run and he's got to force a throw, he gets into mistakes. We saw that happen a couple of years ago. I think, I don't know, somebody got 3 interceptions one night. I don't know. But anyway, I think that's an important thing, is to just make him move and not let him run. So if you spy him and move him around the pocket, create some pressure, we stand a fighter's chance against this team.
100%. Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Who's this guy backstage? Who's this guy?
Well, this is the guy that we always say that could fix the New York Jets. And with that being said, I did want before I bring him on. All right.
Yeah.
Kind of going to what you were saying in regards to Stevens, that how short is the leash, and I am on the same boat with Greg on this one.
Yeah.
I think with this coaching staff, if I'm being honest, it will happen. I don't think that he's gonna let that go ahead and so, and we got some more people rolling in. Shout out to Addison. Hey, the half pot's already been thrown there for you, brother. Met Kit's on the way, and the victory crowns are coming to a fortnight near you. Shout out to Addie that's in the building. But with that being said itself, let's go ahead and bring him on. El hombre, the man, the guy. You know him. I know him. I like to introduce him as the guy that goes ahead and was able to fix the New York Jets, Senior Afram. Welcome.
Good
How are
evening,
you?
gentlemen. I'm good. How are you guys?
What words of wisdom do you have for us this fine Friday night?
Well, I mean, they all make good points. I just think they should just keep the same strategy. I mean, they did have the ball 10 minutes more than Pittsburgh. You realize that, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And 100 yards more offense than Pittsburgh had. Our main problem was the secondary. And if you look throughout the week, I was looking at some guys breaking down film. The Skoranek or whatever his name was, that the first touchdown over the middle. What's his name? Tony Adams was way back in the end zone. And Michael Carter was thinking that he had him, right, where he should have been up there more, and he ends up having to chase after him. So to me, guys are not in the position they should be, and other guys are trying to compensate, and then that's it. Everything is discombobulated because you can't trust the guy anymore at that point if they don't know what they're doing.
It's a communication issue.
Yeah. So let's see. Like they said, it's going to get fixed. Let's see how it gets fixed. But that's it. And run the ball. I want to see the ball being run on the right side this time as well. I want to see what kind of, if they can open up a hole, because everything was pretty much on the left-hand side with Simpson and Fasano, and they were making some good openings there.
Is Johnny in the pictures in the background?
I am. I made it. You and I are both back there.
Yeah.
Top.
I'm not even back there.
That's one of my life goals, Johnny, is to be in Afram's photo collage.
100%.
This was my wife's doing. This is
okay.
That's awesome.
She found something. These are all printed on aluminum with the foam backing with double-sided tape, and it took me about a couple hours to get it lined up.
It looks beautiful.
I have to say that tonight, Greg and I are kind of on the same wavelength right now, because I've been wanting this, but we saw it. We saw it last week. We saw the bomb to Garrett Wilson.
Yeah.
On stride. Garrett Wilson did not have to contort his body or anything like that. It was beautiful.
Yeah. And listening throughout the preseason, and said that can he make the throw? Can he hit it accurately? So something I said, because I don't follow college football, right? So I said I wanted to go see highlights, because that's all you could see of Fields when he was in Ohio State.
Yeah,
he can throw the ball and he can throw it accurately.
Don't
tell me Garrett Wilson and Olave. No, they were running in stride, and he hit them in stride.
Thank you. Exactly.
They weren't waiting for the ball to come down.
Exactly.
They were hitting stride. So it's a matter of getting the time. It's a matter of getting protection and the play calling. And right now they're limiting him, but that was a beautiful throw to Garrett, right into his pocket right there. Yeah. What about the one between the three defenders into what's his name's hands for first down? It wasn't Ruckert. I don't think it was
Taylor.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Tyler Johnson.
Tyler Johnson. That's the one that a little bit earlier. My wife, we're watching it. So just to guys, let you guys understand, right? My wife, big time Jet fan, is what my whole family is. Because you're Jimenez, you're a Jet fan. You have no say. Like you, okay? I will literally, if you say I want to be something else, you need to go somewhere else. She yells, "Oh my God, it's gonna get! Holy shit! How did he get that ball there?" I was like, he's that dude. He is that dude. He is that guy. He
So,
has the tools to do it. He just was not given a chance.
or coach
You know,
probably.
a coach probably. How Afram? We said it. How many times? How many coaches did he go through?
Yeah.
Right? Like it's stuff that could essentially hinder your growth. And
Yeah,
with him, I think it did.
Chicago wanted him to use his legs. Pittsburgh wanted to be a backup. Now he's got now he's got the keys, and
But he's a smart quarterback in the sense that he doesn't. It's not run first. It's handoff, pass, or then run when the opportunity. But the fact that that the pocket was collapsing and he was in and out, extending the play and making positive yards.
Yeah.
That's what we wanted. We wanted a guy who could move out of pocket and continue to play, not stay there like and get sacked every time. He was able to and cool, didn't
Calm and
panic.
collective. Exactly.
yeah, just towards the end of the game, like there were a couple of plays where he hung in the pocket a little bit too long. He had to dump the ball down. Nobody was open. Pocket collapsed a little bit on him, so he could. There were a couple of plays where I feel as though he could have spun out, but he didn't spin out. So,
Well, you got to also listen.
He's not going to be perfect.
You're not going to have much time.
Right. He's not going to be perfect every week. And I understand that. So for me, he played better than I thought he would.
That's got 95 yards.
Yeah. So
everyone said he was going to get triple team. He got 95 yards.
Right. So
if he made that catch, that would have been 100 yards.
True. Better than I thought. So hopefully, I think he's going to do a little bit better this week.
Yeah.
We'll give our keys later on to how we feel they're going to do this week. But
so
yeah, go ahead.
So there is a question that I did want to ask, and it's a question that I think needs to be answered because a lot of people are not asking about it. So Reynolds is down, looks like, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think he hamstring injury. I don't know if he's already been ruled out, but to Bill M is stating that do we see Lazard play this Sunday? Now, he's a big guy. Okay, that's one there. I've constantly have said that I think he has a lot to prove as well because everybody is saying to this man, "You're nothing without AR." Okay, you made your money because of this guy. Give the guy a chance, man. Put him in there. You know, I think he has something to prove itself. You know, wide receiver 3, wide receiver maybe 4. I don't know. Yeah. So Armand has said, yeah. So Reynolds has been ruled out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Put him in. You know, I know a lot of people don't want it, but I'm one of the guys that is like, put him in.
No, he fits this offense. Yeah. Lazard fits this offense. So you know what you want people, right? They say you got to block. You want the rock, you got to block. So this kid can block. The guy can block. He can kick a soccer ball too. But you know what I'm saying? Like the guy can block. So he fits the offense. He didn't do too bad, you know, when Rodgers was in there. But I think he's going to do decent. Whatever his stats are this year, they are. But what I'm saying is, I think he has the right mentality for this type of an offense, where he's gonna block downfield and he's hopefully, crossing my fingers, gonna catch the balls that are thrown to him.
Yeah, but look at the offense scheme: 10 yards, 7 yards, 11 yards. That's it. They're not going for anything more than that. No. They're just moving the ball, controlling the clock, and then wear down the defense. That's all you need to do.
That's what we need to do this week. We really need to keep Josh Allen off the field. So run,
and they scored on their drives.
Yeah,
How is it?
Run.
1 punt, 2 punts last game.
That's it. But run,
it's
and
one
run some more.
And that's exactly what I wanted to say. And
Yeah,
Bill M. He beat me to it. Have it as a situational role for Lazard, And look, he had some touchdowns last year, right? If I'm not mistaken. So I don't know, but you know what? Let's ask this guy. I'm gonna ask him right now. He is the second half of CM Punk. They went ahead and just made. They just went ahead and showed them. So allow me to introduce Mr. AJ Lee.
man.
I'm only on because the Mets suck.
Can you put your clothes away, please? Can you put the clothes away back there? Come on, you're coming on the show. Make the place look respectable.
He's hiding his weed.
Right? He's hiding all the weed.
I don't do drugs, Avram, and that's my Jets hats.
I didn't say you're doing them. I'm just saying you're hiding them. You never know.
It's a lot of
A
damn
little
hats.
extra cash wouldn't hurt.
Is that a Jets Worldwide sticker on the top? That better be a Jets Worldwide sticker on the top drawer. All right. Look at you.
Yeah.
You're the best, baby. You're the best.
Yeah.
You're the best.
So Armand. So, first and foremost, thank you so much for coming on to the show. Appreciate you coming on, always showing support and love. So, what was your thoughts?
I was at the game.
Yeah,
so I saw
know you were.
everything in person.
Yep. You were there.
Johnny knows this. I am one of the people. I'm not saying I'm a hater, but my doubts about Justin Fields. And yes, it's one game, but he impressed me.
Okay.
That says a lot.
I want him to improve on this. If he has the same game, this week, I think we're not going to get blown out. I do think because there's not a guy like TJ Watt on this Bills defense, like Afram said, you're going to run now on both sides of the ball. Now we'll see Tittman and Membu in run block. How good are they going to be in run block?
Especially with Oliver out, too.
Yes, Oliver's out. To Johnny's point, Reynolds, we have three guys that are out. Reynolds, Owangu, and Tufele. So we're down one defensive tackle.
So let me ask you this then, Armand, really quickly, because I wanted to get your opinion on this. On Lazard, do you think Lazard should play this upcoming Sunday? And if yes, why? If no, why?
Yes, because Reynolds is out.
Mm-hmm.
If he doesn't play, I said this yesterday on Jets Afterburners, which now I am the co-host because Dan has stepped away for a little bit. I said if he is not active, if this is another healthy scratch for Lazard, something happened behind the scenes between him and whether it's him and Glenn, him and the offensive coordinator, the wide receivers coach, just something happened and he's in the doghouse. I think you have Tyler Johnson, who got activated last week. I think he takes Reynolds' spot as like wide receiver 2, but Lazard plays because he's also known for his blocking.
Didn't Aaron Glenn say he was catching up?
Yes.
Yeah, he said he has enough
now
knowledge
in preseason, so he was just trying to give him more time to get ready.
Yeah, he said he has enough knowledge that he can play on Sunday. So
let's see if he plays.
Let him play.
And we want to give a big shout out to our local residential heel troll, Modine. Modine is back in the building, and he states that Fields is going to throw 2 interceptions this week.
I love Mo's avatar. I love the Amadeus. Fantastic. I can hear him laughing. But he's such a schmuck. Thanks, Mo.
I'd like to know to who, because 2 guys are on the Bills injury report that are questionable.
Which is
Teron Johnson and Tre'Davious White.
Okay,
White has a groin injury. He is questionable. Right now, Ed Oliver is the only guy out, but the Bills have 4 guys that are questionable.
And they have a game coming up on Thursday too, right?
Yes, against Miami.
That's Miami though. They shout out to the Dolphins talking all the trash. Yeah, you see what we're about to do, baby. Tua is him. Yeah, you got beat by the Colts. That was led by Danny Dimes. So what does that say?
Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones, my bad.
That's a good one. Yeah, I didn't know that. That's what they call him now?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Indiana Jones.
that's because of that game that started going on Twitter. Indiana Jones.
Hey.
So, I want to give a shout out to Snowball. Snowball put some stats together for tonight show in regards to the Bills and the Jets. And Snowball, take it away. And I want to get your guys' thoughts on a lot of these numbers. What do these numbers mean? What are they going to mean to the upcoming game?
Well, all right. So last week, the Bills' offense, right, had a total of almost 500 yards in total offense. They had 78 plays. They averaged 6.4 yards a play. They had 394 yards passing. They had 2 passing touchdowns by Allen. They had 108 yards rushing, and their rushes were about 3.5 yards. So per. And then you had 2 rushing TDs. So that being said, right, when you compare that to how the Jets handled Pittsburgh last week, do we stack up? Can we contain this offense, this Bills offense? Like, I know that we're going to be able to handle the run, right? I'm pretty sure that we're going to be able to handle the run. But if you're the Bills, how do you scheme against the Jets this week? Afram, how do you scheme against the Jets?
Well, let's take a look. Let's see, because you also have to look at the circumstances of that game. They were up by 15, and a lot of times they hold back and they play sort of a prevent defense at that point, and you start accumulating yards galore passing because you got to catch up.
Mm-hmm.
So really, I'd like to know when they were 25, when they're down 15 points, how many yards did they have at that point?
Mm-hmm.
You know. But yeah, you play your game. You have to go use your front 4 and get to him. Collapse their pocket, but don't let him. McDonald and JJ close the ends. And the only option he has is up the middle, and then that's where Quinnen and Harris and Phillips take over. That's what you got to do, or force him, like you said, force him to throw and force him to throw fast so he makes mistakes.
Mm-hmm. Armand,
I'll come from the Bill side. Whoever Sauce is covering, don't throw to there and attack Stevens and the rest of the secondary, whether it's Shakir, the tight ends. I mean, they got 3 good tight ends. They got the rookie Hawes, who's the 3rd stringer, Dawson Knox, and Dalton Kincaid.
And Dawson Knox has been a jet killer for a while. Every single time he's played against us, he's gone off. And it's not being talked about. Everybody's talking about Kincaid. And I'm worried more about Dawson Knox.
Especially in the red zone.
Exactly.
Yeah. So whose job is that then? Whose job is to take away those tight ends, right?
The linebackers.
The linebackers. So if you, I kind of said, I said, can we play 3 linebackers? I would play 3 linebackers. Tomorrow, Sunday, I would play 3.
They played him in last week.
Yeah. And it was effective.
Now, does one of the linebackers spy Allen?
Yes.
And if so, which one would you have? I said Sherwood, because as much as I like Quincy, we don't need another bad penalty that's going to cost us yards and possibly cost us the game.
Oh, don't worry. Aaron Glenn is in Quincy's ear right now. He's actually implanted in his head.
Yeah.
And he's not going to make the same mistake because it's not in the cards this week.
Hey, Snowball, let's take it back to the days of school when you used to teach me. All right, so I'm Quincy, and then you're Aaron Glenn, and I just made that play. How do you speak to me?
I just grab an eraser and I throw it at you. That's all. It's plain and simple. Just hit the kids with erasers. I don't do that. But back in the day,
I would throw a ruler.
Well, erasers, it's just messy and it makes you look foolish. So, I would throw an eraser at him. But I'm going to tell you that, you have to, like Afram said, you have to contain Josh Allen and take away those safety valves of the 3 tight ends that are so effective, like Armand said. That's the job of your linebackers. Playing 3 is smart. I don't know. We don't talk a lot about the wide receivers of the Bills because it is kind of like a wide receiver by committee, right? So, I think that's their like secret weapon,
But
because it's unassuming
that's so for me,
and it turns into street ball. I'm sorry.
and it does, and that's what I was saying about the our corners, right, and our DBs or whatever, having to be disciplined. And what do I mean by that is, okay, you see that Josh Allen is running out of the pocket and everything, and instead of abandoning your coverage and what you're supposed to be doing, right, don't do that. Stay with what your person, because you don't want that guy going behind you, and then Josh Allen's going to stop at a dime and throw it. The thing that for myself that, and I'm going to bring this individual's name because I liked him a lot, and I always thought that because he's such a good quarterback, he elevated the wide receivers that he had, and it was Aaron Rodgers when he was with Green Bay. He really did elevate the wide receivers because he was just that good. And I see the same thing with Josh Allen. Like, he got some guys that we have no idea who it is, but it's because you got that individual that's back there that could still create and has a cannon, man. But I'm not scared of him. I don't think this team is scared of Josh Allen. I think there's a respect piece that goes into it, but they're going to want to beat the brakes off of this. This is a divisional game. You got to win these games.
First place.
Exactly. So let's do it, and let's hope that the other divisional game, the Patriots against the Finns, right, ends in a tie, and they still don't have a W going into the next game, because I can't stand both of them. Shout out to Scott. Scott's in the building. Senor Scott Foster himself. Allen's in the building as well. So the residential other heel that we have in here, right? Some people say, but Allen's a good guy, man. I appreciate it.
Now we got two heels, so
yeah,
we got a couple of pumps.
Full shoes.
Right?
But
there you go.
But it for me, it's that, like, if I'm the Bills, how can we stop essentially the Jets? That's the kind of the question.
Yeah.
Right? What would you do?
Yeah. How do you scheme against the Jets? If you're the Bills, how do you scheme against the Jets now?
They got a crappy defense, right?
We got to attack the secondary outside of Sauce. Whoever Sauce is covering, whether it's Keon Coleman or Josh Palmer or Shakir, then you throw to the other side. You throw to Stevens. We've seen Stevens can't cover. I stated this. I think his role should be limited. You use Thomas, Carter, and Sauce as your coverage backs, and just use Stevens in the box against the run or even as a blitzer. I don't trust his coverage.
To bring in Oliver? To bring Oliver in like third down, Oliver?
You go in three safeties then?
Yeah.
Because Oliver's known as, if you look at the depth chart, he's a backup safety.
Yeah, but I think he's more of a nickel than a safety. So
I think
the middle.
For myself, and when we get into our flight plan for victory segment in a moment, I believe in our defensive front, and I think it's our defensive front. I think our defensive front have to do what you did against Aaron, right? First play of itself, you went ahead and you sacked the shit out of him. Start fast, start strong, and kind of go from there itself, So we have another individual coming in the building itself, which I'm excited. States that is
his camera working?
Yeah, he needs to put up his camera because it's not working on there. But we'll keep it going a little bit. So in a moment, we are going to get into our
flight plan to victory.
Yep. So I'm gonna ask you guys really quickly. What do you guys think we should do to be victorious on this upcoming Sunday against the Bills?
I'm just gonna say, keep the same plan: run, short passes, control the clock, and put that ball in the end zone.
Hell yeah!
Get less chances. Allen has the ball in his hands. It's better for you.
And when you have opportunities to get turnovers, interceptions. We had 2 of them in our hands last week and dropped them.
Yeah.
But if you can get an interception or force a fumble, get the ball back, you got get turnovers, create turnovers any way you can defensively.
Hey, how about Marcelino? Nobody's talking. You know, he made a ball. He popped the ball out, and it just didn't go to us.
It's
right?
just we never seem to get you know.
It doesn't go our way.
We had a lot of crap. Yeah, we
But-
had a lot of crappy luck.
Special teams is going to be important in this game too.
100% agree.
Yeah. We got to be
Agreed.
able to run it back, and we also got who's our punt returner?
Arian Smith.
Arian Smith, everything Arian Smith. No, I think it's gonna be Davis. If I'm being honest with you guys, because Davis has been doing it. So
You think Isaiah Davis? Listen,
They
I'm crossing
did
my
sign that
fingers.
returner off the practice squad. Maybe
They
he
do.
gets the
Oh, that's
chance
right.
this
The
week.
guy
Isaac Williams, right? Or Isaiah Williams, whatever his
Isaiah
name
Williams.
is. Oh,
Yeah.
So
He was from Detroit, right?
Detroit, yeah, that's where he knows
Yeah.
him from. We signed them off the Cincinnati practice squad, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
So that'll definitely be excited to see. But Afram, Armand, Afram, where can everybody catch you, man?
Here.
Yeah, Skippy, baby.
That's it. Just here.
Hey,
Here.
And
For
the
now,
chat's
here.
everywhere.
Wherever I'm welcomed.
you're always welcome here.
You're
You
always
know
welcome
that.
with us. Yeah, definitely.
And Armand, I heard you got a new gig going on, man. Where can everybody catch you?
You can catch me Thursday nights with Liam and Luca. I am now the co-host with Liam to Jets Afterburners. We did it last week. This week, because Liam is away, we're not going to do it. We're considering going Sunday nights as for post games.
Nice.
Not set in stone, but maybe next week after Tampa we'll be back. But Thursday nights, 9:00, and also my new Twitter, because
I was just gonna
Elon
say.
decided to suspend my Twitter on Sunday night.
You didn't buy a Tesla.
And I have to say something while you guys are here, because I see them too. The one hat I'm cool with. I don't mind that one. But the other hat that he has back there with that new logo over there, I cannot stand it, man. Dude, those hats to me, not the one with the little paperclip
The
looking
NY?
Jets thing, right? The NY. It reminds me so much of how it used to be, where if you would go down Canal Street, and then you would see, that one right there. You go down to Canal Street and you see those bootleg New York hats, the
Yeah.
NY that would be
Right.
there. That's exactly what that reminds me of.
Well,
You
I
know-
have to make a complaint. This is why. So as we all know, we got the rivalry jerseys, merchandise that came out on my birthday. I'm 40. I'm old. I said
Happy
months
birthday.
ago, going into the draft, I said I would get 2 Armand Membu jerseys if the Jets drafted him.
Yep,
I said I would get the green jersey, and I said I would get the rivalries jersey.
you got
As
it.
soon as they had tweeted it out, I clicked it. There's no Membu rivalries jersey to buy.
You can't get a custom?
Nope. The only
Hmm.
ones you could get are Quinnen, Sauce, Brees,
Fields?
Garrett, and Joe Namath.
Not even Justin Fields? Amazing.
Oh, and Fields. Yes.
Okay.
And
I was like, wow. I'm like, they
DH
didn't even
Gate.
put Fields.
so
Yeah, DH Gate, man. Check it out.
I'm just like, you
Customize
know
it.
what? I'm gonna wait a little bit till they put it out there on the site. So I just bought the 2 rivalry shirts and the 2 hats. That's what I got. Because I want to keep my word. I said I was gonna buy 2 Membu jerseys. I want to buy 2 Membu jerseys.
Well, if anyone feels as though that Armand should invest in another jersey, put it in the chat, and we'll see what other jersey he should invest in. A rivalry, just the rivalry jersey.
I was gonna get the green home jersey for
The
Membu.
green home
I wanted to
jersey.
buy both at the same time.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, that's worth a like and a subscribe from anyone who's watching right now. I think. Yes, Johnny boy. Question, statement, agreement.
Sure.
All right, fine. So he's agreeing with it.
And the Mets suck. That's all
Yeah,
I
they
got.
do.
And the Mets do suck. But it happens in spurts, man. It's like they're hot and cold. I don't know.
Well, we've been cold for a little bit now, and it needs to stop because
Yeah.
I turned off the game after 6-0.
I turned it off yesterday
Who they
when it
playing?
was 6-4. Today we're playing
Texas.
Texas against the Grom, which makes it even 20 times more hurtful. Okay, and I don't want to talk about that. Anyways, Afram, I appreciate you coming on, man. As always,
Appreciate both of you guys.
always coming on. Talking the
Best
gospel,
show on
baby.
Friday.
Appreciate that, man.
So we have the Killer Bees, we have Brees and Braylon, and now we have double A's.
Double A.
Afram and Armand.
Well, I call us Afram and the asshole. So there we go.
Ah, you know,
Hey.
Afram and amazing.
There you go.
There you
Afram and
go.
amazing.
Hmm.
Gentlemen, it's a pleasure as always. So we appreciate you stopping in. Thanks so much for
You
coming
guys
on.
have a great weekend.
We
Go
love you
Jets.
both.
Enjoy the
Go
weekend. Let's
Jets,
get
baby.
that win.
Score
Oh.
prediction.
Oh yeah.
Well, I had the Jets winning 17-14 last week, so I'm gonna go. And I was thinking 31-28, but I don't want to jinx it, so I'm just gonna go 21-20 Jets.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to stick with my prediction I said yesterday. I said 32-27 Buffalo.
And thank you very much for joining the show. It was very nice having you on. As always, Armand, thanks so much. I knew that was coming. I saw him predict that score yesterday, and I was just waiting for him to say it. My finger was on the trigger. All right. Afram, thank you so much for coming on
Thank
as well.
you, guys.
can stay on a little bit longer than that guy who was here before.
No, that's okay. He's a good guy. We'll see you next Friday.
Yes. Next Friday. Definitely. All right.
All right,
Thanks so
guys.
much,
Be
Afram.
well.
Take care. All right. Now that Afram's gone and that other guy,
And the great Jake Asman is in the building. Shout out to Jake and everything he's doing. If you guys have not subscribed over to the Jake Asman show, what are you doing? First and foremost, my man over here. You guys saw the One Jets Drive show that just came on, right? The runway. That was that guy that was talking.
that was that
over
Jake
there.
Asman guy.
That was that Jake Asman guy. So big shout out to Jake's up in the building too. So appreciate you always coming through and show us some support.
And Jake getting the boo from Modine. So that's okay. We would expect nothing less. And then Infrared, of course, loving what Mo is saying.
And shout out to E Boogie in the
Right.
building. The hey E, hey, how about Justin Fields, bro? How about Justin Fields, man? How about that guy? But hey, I think it's that time, man. I think it's that time.
Yeah.
We could go ahead and do our flight path to victory.
That's it.
Guys, what is that? You guys might be wondering what that could be. Well, we're gonna go ahead and tell you what that is. So
it's our takes on how the Jets will win on Sunday. Of course.
Exactly.
Why wouldn't it be? Because the
Duh.
Jets will win on Sunday. Always, every Sunday, they will win.
Duh.
According to us.
16-1, baby. Here we come.
All right, Johnny. We usually last week we said that we're gonna go back and forth. So let's go back and forth. You start off this week. I started last week. So
All
go
right.
ahead. Start us off. What's your first point for the Jets to win on Sunday?
Well, you know what we gotta. I mean, we have to have a little bit of some of that smooth music because it is Friday.
Oh, geez. Do you want me to put music on too?
And you know,
Oh, look at you.
yeah, we're gonna have it. Get ready for tonight, and this is the Jets flight plan to victory. Number 1, I am saying that we need to continue the success that we had with our rushing squad in Justin Fields and Brees and Allen. You are up to bat. Let's show them what the Killer Bees are about. Look, I have to say, man, the offensive line performed super good against Pittsburgh, and they need to replicate it again to have success. So that is my number 1 plan to victory for this upcoming weekend.
Yeah, if you could read what I wrote, it's the same exact thing that you said. I don't know if you can see it, but it says capital R, capital U, capital N, and then run some more. So Brees and Braylon up the gut. Beck as a lead blocker with the absence of Ed Oliver. It seems like it's a no-brainer. We're going to take advantage of it. So I agree with you 100%. Run.
Yes, run it. Damn it. Control the clock. Let's not see Josh Allen there at all.
Yes.
Number 2, let's play fast and let's play strong. We need to start fast on both sides of the ball. It is super crucial for the Jets. I do not want us to get caught behind and we're trying to come back. Myself, a quick start, I believe, is going to set the tone for the game and put a lot of pressure on the Bills off the gate. So my number 2 is play fast and start strong.
All right. My number 2 is Garrett Wilson. Wherever Christian Benford is, don't go there. Put him in motion. If he's lined up, if Benford is lined up with Garrett Wilson, motion him over to the side and just try. I hope that Tanner Engstrand has that in his repertoire of plays for this week. I think Justin Fields is going to be able to take advantage of the. I know there's a couple of good corners on the Bills, but what I'm saying is just wherever Benford is, move him away from Garrett Wilson. So put Garrett Wilson in motion every time.
Feed that man the ball.
Yes.
Keep feeding him.
Keep feeding him.
My number 3 is going to be, I'm going to say, continue to keep leveraging our pass rush. We generated a lot of pressure last week. We recorded a lot of sacks against the Steelers. It was definitely a strong showing of our pass rush. Will McDonald, Jermaine Johnson, they need to be the X factors for us on this upcoming game. They need to really be super effective in the actual pass rush itself. I know a lot of people are very concerned in regards to Jermaine playing the numerous snap counts that he had. I have to say that if he is healthy and he is saying to you that he's at 100 and we have the medical squad that is giving him the green light, let the man play. Okay? Because look, and Jake said it today on the show itself. In 2002, I think it was, when AP came back from that Achilles tear and won that title that year itself. Why can't Jermaine Johnson be that as well? So with that being said, pass rush, baby.
All right.
Let's beat the shit out of Josh Allen.
Josh Allen, right? I'm going to – point number 3, Greg Russo and what's his face, Bosa. I don't know if they're as good as what TJ Watt was last week. So keep the pocket clean. That's my point. Keep the pocket clean for Justin Fields and let him have that option to dump those passes off and possibly, put the ball in the belly of the running back and pull it when he needs to. I think he can get around these guys a little bit better than the Pittsburgh defense. So keep the pocket clean. That's it. Plain and simple.
Keep that pocket clean. All right. Well, this is number 4. And number 4 for me.
I'm going to do like the radio announcer voice, like number 4.
We need to be disciplined on our defensive assignments. Okay. I've said it multiple times tonight on the show itself. To be able to stop these Bills offense, we need to be disciplined, especially our linebackers that are going to be spying on Allen. Make sure it is effective and you just don't abandon it. It requires a lot of focus and you need to be able to go ahead and execute with this entire unit itself. So for me, prevent the big plays because it happens on plays that Josh Allen is scrambling around. be disciplined. Stay what you're supposed to be with, and we'll be all right.
Okay,
That was my number 4.
All right. My number 4 is limit James Cook. Okay. Take the running game away from the Bills. A lot of people are going to overlook Cook. I know I won't be, and I know the Jets defense will be, but contain Cook. He is, I think we have the middle covered. It's just the outsides now that we really have to be concerned with. So look for Cook to break out and just try to stop that man, because we were infamous for having a poor run defense. We did better last week. I'm hoping to continue that and just take away the run game.
100%. 100%. Stop the run. And I think we have the players to do that. So, number 5. And our most important one. This is my top one. That's why I saved it for last. We need to contain Josh Allen's dual threat ability. It really, really needs to happen. This dude is a threat, not only with his legs, but that arm that he has. It's a rocket. I'm pretty positive, if I'm not mistaken, that he's averaged over 200 passing yards, 3 rushing touchdowns when he's played against us at MetLife in the last few games. Check those stats out. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty positive that he has. And our linebackers, man, they need to be disciplined. I can't say it and stress it enough. They need to be disciplined. They need to spy and contain Allen. Just prevent those explosive plays on them, on those downs that are broken, those plays that are broken, that you just see him running around, and then, you see Coleman just street ball it itself and boom, catches it for like 40 yards.
Yeah.
Josh Allen. Stop that dude. Simple.
Osh Jalen. Nay. Anyway, we'll get rid of him. My last point is the same thing. It's just spy Allen. Right? You got to keep spying, take care of him that way, and whoever's spying him actually better do their job, and if he takes off, they better be able to get to him quickly. So we were on the same page on the last one. Just spy Allen, yeah. And Dane is a very big fan of our matching hats.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So this was planned from last week. Remember when we said, let's wear matching hats? So we're wearing matching hats now. But I think your front is different than mine.
It might be.
Turn them around, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. This is the way we'll finish the show. Flat brim, a little bit of a curve. Johnny Boy always flat. I went with the outline, and you're filled in green. So this is actually, if you look it up on the Jets website, this is the snowball version of the hat. So if you look it up and you see this from last season, it's a Jets trucker hat snowball edition, named after yours truly.
Snowball.
That's it.
Snow bizzle.
All right. So that was our 5 key points for the Jets flight plan to victory. I know you have a flight to catch.
I do.
Yes,
I do.
So let's not waste.
But
what happened?
Tigo, if you see the link that's up there,
oh, look at that.
We are a channel that, if the crowd wants it, we'll give you a little bit of a taste on there. So Tigo, if you see the pinned link on there, go ahead and do it. We'll bring you up, and then we'll talk really quickly in regards to it, and we will go there, because I definitely am looking forward to having the conversation about last week's game. And what's your takes on our plan to victory? And with that being said,
hi there.
Hello, sir.
We thought you weren't going to make it, and now you made it.
Yeah, I didn't think so either, if we're being honest.
Oh, I appreciate you coming on, man.
Family comes first, and
always.
it's nice that you're here.
Yeah, I was like, oh, let me see. Finally got the boys to go down to sleep, especially the youngest one, and blah 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 blah. And it was just like, sat down, got me a nice little beverage, and was just like, cool. And I saw you guys were still alive, and I was like, maybe, maybe we'll see.
You finished your game of Pac-Man, and then you came over here, so that's good.
We're actually looking for the plug of that Pac-Man. We lost it in the move, and we're both really sad about it because it has Galaga on it, and I love playing Galaga. It is the best, especially like on a Joy-Con. It's the best.
Yeah.
So Tigo, let's get into it real quick. Last week against Pittsburgh, we still lost, and at the end of the day, what matters is getting that dub.
Yeah,
but there's some context to that, right? I know you were very harsh on Justin Fields.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken, you said this dude could not hit the side of a barn.
Couldn't hit air if he tried.
Couldn't hit air.
Yeah.
So he gives you a sample of what he could potentially be. What are your thoughts on what you saw in Justin Fields last week? And has that take of yours maybe changing just a little bit?
Yeah, is this a flash in the pan or is this things to come?
Here's the problem with that. I don't want to take anything away from what he did, right? Because 16 of 22, 218 yards, a touchdown into the air, that ball to Garrett Wilson, right? There was a lot of good that we saw. The problem is that we've seen these flashes before. The biggest problem with Justin Fields wasn't the fact that like he was just bad. No. It's that one game he was like out of this world, could run for 100 yards, could throw for 300 yards. You know what I mean? But then in the very next game, couldn't find an open receiver no matter what. And so this is where I'm a little wary on it. I'm not going to fall for the bait because it's one game. It's one game. And I think the takeaways from this game are not necessarily Justin Fields related. It's coaching staff related. There's a lot of promising things about this coaching staff. And so it's all about stacking good days. I don't care about one game. It's stacking good games. Because even in a game where we scored 32 points, 22 passing attempts, that tells you a lot. 39 rushing attempts, that tells you a lot about what Tanner Engstrand and what this offense believes is going to be the key to success. And they have the right idea because this offensive line, I thought it was going to be good. I had no idea it was going to be that damn good. So if the pocket continues to hold up the way that it did, like it did in that Steelers game, because there's not many rushers better than TJ Watt, and Membu just sit down, young son. Just told him to sit down. And Tittman one-on-one on Hayward a couple of times, just said, hey, young man, sit down. This is the Tittman show. Like, if the pockets continue to hold, if the holes in the run game continue to hold, it doesn't matter. Dude, I could be the quarterback of the New York Jets. Johnny, you could be the quarterback of the New York Jets because it literally won't matter. And that's a great thing to think about.
What about me? Anyway,
so I want you on the sideline. I want you in the headset.
That's all right. That's okay. I'm old, but
you're a calming presence. You're a calming presence.
With the absence of Ed Oliver and Fashanu and Membu handling Bosa and Rousseau, right?
Yes.
Is it possible? I mean, we can handle them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They're not like TJ Watt or, whatever. So I think we'll be able to hold the pocket this week. I think we stand a fighter's chance to hold the pocket.
That's what's going to be the question here. This is the whole thing. Is like was this because there's 3 outcomes that this could be, right? In this game, was a really, really good week 1, like just performance for the Jets, and just a bad one for the Steelers, right? Because those are one of each of the outcomes. Or the other outcome is like, no, this is who the teams actually are.
Yeah.
Like this might just be like what the Steelers look like. This might be, but it also might be just like TJ held out for a little bit, so maybe he's off to a slow start. Hayward held out for a little bit, so maybe he's off to a slow start. Like, and I don't want to come up with excuses because this is we go to week 2.
Yeah.
Show it again.
But we still
And I believe that they can.
Yeah.
I think that the pass rush in Pittsburgh is way better than the pass rush in Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
And we were able to shut those guys down.
So
1 sack we gave up.
Yeah.
And that wasn't that Justin Fields running up the middle and just couldn't make it past the line. He got clipped. Wasn't even like a real, like,
no,
you know what I mean?
Was,
like a real, like
was,
someone straight up lost a rep. I can't remember.
It was Olu. It was a blown. He just missed him.
Oh, okay.
He got
so it was
beat,
a blown,
and it was boom, and it hit him like that. So, but I'm gonna give some pushback in regards to the Justin Fields play. What I saw was, I think the biggest issue for me, right, where a lot of people were saying was that he couldn't go through progressions. And it was always a first run mentality with him.
Mm-hmm.
So seeing him actually going through his progressions and then seeing it's not there, let me give it to my check down, which he did really well itself, constantly keeping his head forward. And instead of running, being able to throw. I forgot what play it was where I thought he was running, but his head was constantly downfield and he just chucked it. I was like, holy shit, this is like Ohio State Justin Fields. What I haven't seen him do in the Chicago Bears, what I didn't see him do with Pittsburgh. So there has to be some credit, because I could tell you right now, if you had insert quarterback name there that we've had in the past, I don't think it's as successful as it. He took what Tanner gave him and he used it. You weren't seeing all this bullshit, shit. You didn't see that, right? They had a plan, they ran it effectively. But you are right where you're stating that you need to see it again, right?
Tanner called an absolutely insane game.
That's game 1.
Yeah, Tanner called an insane game. Like, credit to him. I think all of the credit to the last game should go to Tanner Engstrand.
Yeah.
All of it, because that offense was firing on all cylinders, and they got whatever Tanner wanted. They got, and that's a big deal. We have an intelligent and a creative offensive coordinator again. That matters.
Sure, it does. I mean, how can you not look past like the potential? As a teacher, you always wish that you see improvement throughout the year, right? Students will start at a certain point, and then you wish for them to continue to do well. For me, Tanner Engstrand is that student, right? He is that guy, and he started off strong, and I would expect him to improve throughout the year because he did start so strong. So, and even if he just maintained, I wouldn't mind maintaining. People are going to get more tape on the team,
mm-hmm.
and they're going to know tendencies and whatever. Does he have, being such a creative guy? I think he's got it in the bag to change it up week to week, month to month, and be able to keep teams guessing for at least maybe until Halloween, maybe until Thanksgiving, just to keep it fresh. So that's my hope. My hope is that he is creative enough to mix it up enough so that we don't run into the run pass that we're so used to.
Like, my thing is I wouldn't even be all that mad if it's run pass, if the runs are getting 5 yards a carry like they were against the Steelers. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like, that's the big key here. It's just like, dude, if you're getting 5 yards a carry, let's ground and pound till the day is done. And because that's what we averaged last game. And like, it's, I think what you said, Snowball, is really, really important, which is, well, what happens when the rush isn't getting 5 yards a carry?
Yeah.
What's the change? Because we saw very little from like a Justin Fields perspective in terms of him having to go out and like 3rd and long situations. We had a couple of them, and he executed on them, and that's awesome. But what happens when you go up against like a really stout defense and a really stout secondary again, like Pittsburgh has, but this time we're not rushing 5 yards a carry. That's going to be his test, you know? And I don't think it's going to come against Pittsburgh. Ed Oliver is out. We're going to rush 5 yard. We ran 5 yards a carry against Pittsburgh. My guess, I'm expecting 6 yards a carry. Like, because just they don't have anyone who's going to stop Breece Hall. And if this interior of the offensive line continues to do what they showed us that they could do against Pittsburgh, like, dude, I'm giving Breece Hall another 20 carry game.
So you think the Jets are going to win then?
I don't know, because we had 5 yards a carry against Pittsburgh and we lost.
Yeah, but it was stupidity that caused us to lose.
Totally, but like, there's no guarantee that we're not going to have stupidity again, right? We still have some players that are on this team that, like, I think we all agree we don't want on this team, and that's fine. We're in the midst of a retool. We can't get rid of everybody, right?
You can name names.
Like Tony Adams, Stevens, you know, like,
we
I'm still a little upset with Michael Carter dropping that pick 6. You know what I mean? It was a gift of Aaron Rodgers to the New York Jets, and he dropped it. And it's like, look,
we said that last time that we were on here. Yeah. How poetic would it be that we get a pick 6 off of AR, and it's Sauce, right? Because we were saying Sauce. We were like, Sauce is the one that gets the pick 6, takes it back to the house. It wasn't Sauce. It was Michael Carter himself, right? And you're right. It was a gift. It was going to happen. And I could not wait to try to ask E to make a video of that so we could just have it on loop for at least 24 hours. Okay, showing on here.
Should we just do that? Can we do a 24-hour stream of just a loop of the drops?
No, if there's a
the return,
if there would have been a pick 6 return,
that would have been awesome.
So
we'll do it off of Josh Allen this week.
Hell yeah! So Tigo, the show is getting ready to end. So I wanted to ask you. Okay, so normally myself and Snowball, what we do is we kind of have a flight plan to victory. The things that we think are going to be the reason why the New York Jets can be successful and have the victory on Sunday. We typically pick 5 itself. So with that being said, because you are our guest, we would love to hear from you. What would it take for the New York Jets for them to win?
Keep the same momentum that we had on offense from game to game, from last game into this game. 5 yards a carry, what is it? I can't remember the yards per attempt. In 13 yards average per reception, in the passing game. Like, it doesn't need to be that high. I think that's a bit much, but like, if you can keep 4 yards a carry, if you can keep 10 yards per reception, and in the same sense, keep the turnovers down, 0 INTs. That's big.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Get rid of that fumble. Like, so okay, to keep it simple, the offense needs to show again that this wasn't a fluke, that this wasn't a flash in the pan. Run the rock and run it effectively, because as much pressure as you can take off of the quarterback, it doesn't matter how good or how bad they are. That's a good thing. Get the lead and get it early, because that puts all the pressure on Josh Allen, which leads me to my second point, which is the defense needs to do to Josh Allen what we have been doing to Josh Allen since he came into the league, which is 18 interceptions against the New York Jets since 2018. That is the number one number of interceptions from a quarterback to a single team. Josh Allen loves throwing to Gotham green colored jerseys. Keep that trend alive. And the way you do that is by the defense doing the things that we know the defense can do. Quinnen got to go out there and get another sack. Will McDonald rack up another 2 sacks. Put the pressure on Josh and force him to make the mistakes that we know that he can make. And that leads me to my third and final point. I'll leave it at that so I don't do a whole 5 is you got to get rid of the mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can be passionate. I'm not going to blame Simpson for running up and defending his quarterback. That's a mistake, but I'm not going to blame you on that. Quincy, in the heat of the moment, that's a dumb penalty. But I'm talking about the miscommunications in coverage that we saw from Stevens and Tony Adams, the fumble from Xavier Gibson, who is now with the Giants. Like, get these game-costing mistakes out. If it was me, after seeing Michael Carter drop that pass, that interception, every DB is hitting the jugs machine. So it's just run the ball as effectively as you did, force Josh Allen to be the Josh Allen that we like to see against the New York Jets, which is throwing interceptions, and get rid of the miscommunications and get rid of the mistakes. Because if you do those 3 things, the Bills just went to war. Greg makes a great point here. The Bills just went to war against Baltimore. Give them another one. Run it back. Don't make this game easy.
Hell yeah.
All good points. All good points.
And that is Tigo's saying that the New York Jets are beating the Bills, baby.
They can. If they play like they did last week, the Jets can beat anybody.
All right, well, you want to go around the horn quickly? Listen, we have an uptick in viewers. So if you're here for the first time, right, please make sure that you hit the like button. Also, hit the subscribe button. It's free. You can do it. If you don't like us next week, turn it off, but you won't. You'll love us.
Shout out to Abby Fresh in the building.
Abby Fresh.
Got Dixon up in here. Shout out to Dixon in the area.
Right.
E Boogie is in the building. And a guy that at one point is actually going to make his debut on the Friday piece of Jets Worldwide, Mr. Scott Foster himself. He is the Bear Whisperer, just to give you a heads up. Because if you don't know what I'm talking about, you had to be there to see that. But
and he talks to mule deer.
He does.
He does.
Tigo,
you want to go around the horn?
Yeah.
What are you going to say? Go ahead. What are you going to say?
Tigo, we definitely have to bring you back, man, because we love when you come on here. And the takes that you bring and everything as well. So we really, really do appreciate you coming on. I know we were cutting a little bit short and everything on there, but we will bring you back. It's always fun. It's, there's going to be times that we don't agree with his takes, but that's how it should be, right? And at the end of the day, we're still cool with each other. We still have respect for each other, and we appreciate it. So with that being said, Tigo, what's your prediction for the upcoming game? You guys give us a score and who has the dub.
Give me 2 seconds. 2 seconds.
He's doing the math.
No. I'm
Carry the 4.
42-40 Jets.
42-40 New York Jets.
Yep. I went 1 up on what happened Bills versus the Ravens. I couldn't remember if it was 42-40 Jets.
Okay. Well, I'll take that. I'll take it.
And everybody in the chat, go ahead and put up your predictions. We will put them on the screen itself. So we got Abby Fresh, 38-34.
Sauce Gardner pick to end the game.
Oh,
yeah. 42-40. Sauce Gardner pick so that Justin Fields comes out in victory formation. That's it. That's the prediction.
Nice. If we allow 40 points, what did he say?
He said,
if we allow 40 points, I'm taking I'm
jumping off my roof. Dixon, we don't want you to do that, man.
I don't want to give up 40 points. I'm just like, the Bills put up 41 on a pretty good Ravens defense. And I think we're a pretty good defense too.
Do you think the unicorn Hamilton got injured was the reasoning for that? Because he got hurt in that game and he was out after that.
I did not catch the game to know, and like during the season, I don't care about other teams. Like I'm not doing fantasy this year.
Yeah.
So I'm not watching a lot of the other teams. And so like I only care about who the Jets are about to play. So I could like tell you most people who are injured on the Bills right now, but like I have no idea what's happening. It's kind of refreshing not knowing what 31 health situations look like. And oh my gosh, this is kind of like nice, just
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm saying it's gonna be a nice day out, like in just terms of like just high flying offense and scoring and points, and the Jets walk away with a win.
Well, Rich here has it at 30-24. Dan Green. Scott has it 34-31. Bills.
Oof. Dude, I can't drop another 30 points and lose. Oh, that would kill me.
E says 28-31. Jets, baby. Man, he is tipsy. He's feeling right. I'm going to say 31 Jets, 17 Bills.
Holy Jesus.
We are controlling the game, and you're not really seeing Josh Allen on the field that much. And that is my take on that.
All right.
Armand, 32-27 Bills.
27 Bills.
Afterwards.
Again, it was nice having him on the show.
Yep.
I am not far away from what Rich said. So I am at 31-24 for the Jets.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I think that's a show, my friend.
I think that's a show.
Yep.
Tigo, where can everybody catch you, man?
It's right there, Talking Jets with Tigo, and on the Talking Jets football channel. And the Talking Jets channel.
Those guys.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate you coming on. However short it was, but you made it. You're a man of your word, and I appreciate that. So this has been a Friday edition, as always, special edition, as always, of Jets World
Wide. The Jets are going to win, baby. We're beating the Bills.
Jets. We're beating everyone. 16-1.
16-1. Here we come.